Jesus Christ.
Alright.
Hello and welcome to Video Game Book Club. I don't know why I do an intro. We have a recording for the intro. We just spent a long time talking about what we're going to do. We spent 30 minutes talking about what we're going to do for the format for this episode.
We have a limited time to record.
We are in a very limited time slot. This was not a good idea. Anyways, this episode we decided to talk about this piece of shit. Okay, Sticker Star came out a long-ass time ago, right? Probably.
2012, November.
2012, yeah, long-ass time ago. And it is a sequel to Super Paper Mario. You wouldn't know it. But it technically is. And it is a downgrade in every... We'll get to it.
No, don't... Yeah, save your opinion. No.
We've got a lot to talk about. Let's just jump into first impressions. What do you guys think of the game? Were you charmed at all? Were you charmed? Were you interested? Were you...
When I started the game, I tried to go up to every single toad, and it kept on letting me not walk towards them. It probably took me 5 minutes to find out I was supposed to go towards the painting. That was my opening impression of the game.
He struggled so much with this that I got a text asking what to do, and this is the very first thing you do in the game. So it was really just a home run from the first 3 minutes.
I was so lucky I remembered that. And then the fact you get your hammer from a random ass toad. Like he's standing there like, hey, here's your hammer.
We have a history with this game. This was not my first impression. Was not booting this game up this past month.
Yes, we do.
Back in 2013 on my Nintendo 3DS XL, and I played it for 40 hours and I liked it. But I realize now that I had a very traumatic upbringing and that was incorrect.
I can confidently say, same.
A big first impression was you cannot skip the text in this game.
Oh no. And, you know, there's so much text, but there's nothing to read.
That was my main complaint with Kirsty. She says so much and says so little at the same time.
Yeah. Hunter, I don't think you read a single text box in this game, is that right?
I tried my hardest not to.
Yeah. Like, legitimately spamming the A button through every single piece of dialogue.
So, this is a game that has music in it.
Yeah, I think we should say everything we love about this game before we,
That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm grasping at straws, if you can't tell.
It's hard to start a Sticker Star discussion because you want to just start tearing it to pieces. It's a great soundtrack. In fact, I actually think it's the second best Paper Mario soundtrack.
Fair.
Didn't listen to it.
Fine Color Splash.
Thank you guys for watching. This is the end of this podcast.
I think I've got a list of songs that I think are good. All of the Kamek themes, there's 2 of them, both really good. I like this game's main theme. I like the Dinkelberg theme. I like the Slider cover. I like the Sniff It or Whiff It music, which is not even exclusive to this game. I like the Gooper Blooper music. I mean, that's it. That's literally everything good I have to say about this game. It doesn't crash. That's it.
I have one more positive I'd like to say. 8-direction hammer. Being able to swing your hammer in 8 directions. That's not in TTYD. It should be.
I've got something to say. I learned that the 3DS is not 3D in the slightest.
True.
I could not judge the depth in that game.
Did you not mess with the 3D slider at all?
3D slider doesn't make a difference for me. Just makes it blurrier.
Same.
Told you. Well, that wasn't a positive, but...
I'm running out of time cards.
We don't have any.
I'm out of positives for this section.
The graphics are pretty competent. But
for a handheld Paper Mario game.
The performance, good.
I played it on an emulator. Performance was all over the place for me.
And it crashed. Yeah, so now. Okay, moving on. I think it's time for the chronological order, and let's let this thing just ruin itself.
Okay. Oh god. So Bowser runs up on stage, right, and touches a big delicate object. You'd think he'd have something to say about that.
I had tons of dialogue.
Anything. Literally one word that's like, I'm gonna steal this star, or Gra. You know Bowser. You know him.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Probably with the most dialogue in the series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, the comedic relief, he's gonna have a lot to say. Anyways, then he gets a funny crown on his head, which makes it so you can't jump on him, which completely fucks you over in the final battle. Anyways, and then he destroys everything. Somehow, it just all turns into a hurricane. I assume he teleports away.
No.
Or he walks or something.
It's not, don't try to give it anything.
I'm trying so hard. I'm really trying.
I don't even, Kirsty's there afterwards.
In the first battle, Kirsty says she's too delicate for battle, which made me want to strangle her.
That was a cool line. I really like how Princess Peach also had 4 lines of dialogue there at the beginning. Pretty good. I really like Luigi in this game. Really huge contribution.
Yes. He's in every world, right? He's in all of them.
All of them.
There's 5 Luigis.
There are.
That's more than 4. Can we? You know what? Can we drop the act of the? It's a good game. It fucking sucks.
No, we're done.
This game is abysmal.
Okay, so the first thing you do in this game is you walk around and find toads, and it's immediately obvious this game has no personality.
All of the toads say just random one-off dialogue. The only toad dialogue that I kind of appreciated is in the first area. Depending on what order you save the toads in, one will be upset that you saved him for last, or like happy you saved him first. That's it.
Cool. Nice.
Like 4 out of 10 on the personality scale, but that's more than the rest of the game.
I couldn't tell you anything about my experience finding toads because it wasn't an experience. It went through me.
I tried to cash in my toads to roll out the carpet, or the land, or whatever it's called, no less than 10 times. I had to go back so many times to find another toad, because it was never clear when it was the last one.
You know what's funny? Child me did the exact same thing, and this was the first time in this game I had to look up a tutorial when I was younger.
Paper Mario Sticker Star is at least
5 minutes into the game.
My experience saving the toads, you know the one that's on like the roof and you have to jump into the roof below them?
Yeah.
It's so slow. It's so slow.
Why like 20 times?
You have to jump it. Yeah, I started seeing something and it was like, I thought it said something, but it was like so weird. It's like, is there something here or not? You'd think it would come down after I've already hit it literally 10 times.
We found the toad. Give it to us. The guy, okay, you roll up the thing, or the toads do it, and the guy falls in the fountain. And you're expected to remember that in about an hour. But other than that, that's the opening, and it is immediately to a world map.
Oh no! Whoa. There's a battle. There's a battle. This is the introduction of the battle mechanics right after the town.
What?
There is?
So, right as you're leaving, 3 Goombas appear, and you gotta fight them. Oh no, it's like the opening of TTYD, but worse!
So I guess it's time to address the combat in this game, or lack thereof.
You have no choice in anything that you do. Everything is scripted, everything is a canon event. You have no control over your life in this game.
The only options you have in Sticker Star are you can use one sticker to use it on the first enemy.
Only the first.
Yeah, you can't decide. You can use a spinner, and if you get good RNG or you just waste money, you can use 2 to 3 stickers, and those will use.
And it's worth mentioning your second sticker that you use will always attack the second enemy, and the third one will always attack the third. And again, you have no say in that.
And there's one. And the reason that you didn't notice
do the fights
is because the third option you have is a win button.
Yeah, so running from combat in this game fucking evaporates the enemy.
Literally, there's no reward for fighting. In fact, it actually costs resources. The only way to win a fight without using resources, to have a net gain, so to speak, is to not fight and to not engage with the combat or the central mechanic in the title of the game.
I would argue, being devil's advocate here, if you get a perfect on a battle, you get way more coins than you would have to spend to get a perfect. However, why would that ever matter? You get so many coins in this game.
And also, Adam, what's the purpose of coins? To fight. So...
And you, never buy stickers because there's so many in the overworld.
You always have more than you can hold. Always.
I bought a lot of stickers once, and we will get to that.
1-1, Warm Fuzzy Plains. There's great music. It plays like Paper Mario. You're walking through, you're not doing any of the fights. And the first big event in this game is you fight Bowser Jr., and this is his first time in a Paper Mario game, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yes. It's his Paper Mario debut. And what a game to debut in.
And it isn't a fight. It is one action long event.
It's oppressive. If every major battle has one solution, what's the point of even having a battle? Just make it a cutscene.
And also, why... Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is the introduction to thing stickers. And the problem with things is that you find them out in the open. And the things are the solution to 90% of puzzles in this game. Most of the time, the answer to a puzzle, if you ever run into a wall in Sticker Star, is to just have the item on you, which is not a guarantee, or something you can ever assure will be the case. Because there's a limited number of them that you can have. Mm-hmm. And you're often expected to find them out of order. And to use that and then turn it into a sticker after you find it, which again, there's a limited number of stickers you can hold, and then you can use it in combat or use it on an environmental puzzle, which is a one-time use, and when you lose it, you'll either have to go find it again or buy it, and then turn it into a sticker again, and then use it again. And why are we doing this? Why do we need to take it and turn it into a sticker? Give me one good reason. And yeah, you could say if you could hold an unlimited amount of them, then you could use them all in combat, then just make it so I can hold a limited number of them. Why do I need? That's already the case.
I have a question for you, Wes, though. How do you use the stickers in the overworld? What's that mechanic called?
Oh, it's called paperization.
Do you like that mechanic?
No.
That was the thing that really just struck me as the most why? Why is it this way?
There's never a consistent clue or cue to when you're supposed to paperize. It's just you're expected.
You guys just don't understand. Instead of beating Bowser Jr. and the bridge appearing like in older games, now you beat Bowser Jr. and have to manually place the bridge. And if you're a little bit off, it tells you you're wrong and you have to do it again.
Or if you're a little bit off in certain situations, you lose it and have to go get it again.
Good game design all around.
World 1 literally blows the enemy variety low so quickly because the gimmick of this game is that, unlike most Paper Mario games, it's all about paper, and the enemies are paper, and the status effects are paper, and the attacks are paper. But the thing is, the only real paper-themed enemies are these paper Goomba formations, and you see all of them in the first 10 minutes of combat, because you have the paper Goomba, you have the Goomba that flips, you have the cone Goomba, you have the Goomba wheel. Those are the only variants. And
no, that's not true. That's not true. There's the reflective ones.
Oh, shit.
You don't see those until 20 minutes in.
Those are, I wouldn't even count those because they don't even have a unique sprite. They just have the glitter effect on them. You literally see every paper-themed enemy though in the first 5 seconds, and they don't appear again. So what was the point? It's literally like a lie.
The Battle Spinner. You get so many coins in this game, right? There's stickers in the overworld. There's stickers in the overworld. You never have to spend your coins. You're gonna be full up on coins. You pretty much always get at least 2 turns. Every important battle, you always get 2 turns. So that's a stupid mechanic, paying for 2 turns. And I don't know if you guys know this, but in the Origami King, they made it better, but also worse. Because here's the thing, in Thousand Year Door, not a problem. You had a certain amount of turns. It was an RPG. It made sense. In this game, they introduced paying for more turns. That's stupid. Why would they do that? So in the Origami King, you still get more turns, but you don't pay for them. If it takes 2 turns to finish a battle, it'll just give you 2 turns. Why do they introduce a problem so they can fix it later instead of just...
This entire franchise, this entire franchise is creating problems and fixing them.
But fixing them worse than they started.
Okay, level 3.
When you talk to Kirsty at the start of the level, she says to be careful not to fall in the water. You cannot fall in the water no matter how hard you try.
And the one time you can, it's required.
How does this game exist? Okay, there's one more thing I want to talk about. This game feels unreal to talk about in a modern gaming landscape, because every time a game comes out, it's like, oh, you know, it was rushed and unfinished. If only we got the devs' original vision for it. This was their vision. This is what they wanted.
Okay. Can we talk about the fucking Miyamoto thing? Like,
okay. I want your opinion on it first. You go first.
Okay, so let me do I can have the details on. But my understanding, and this isn't the Mario mandate. That's a whole other thing.
Right.
This is where, like, months before the game came out, but not that long, Miyamoto basically said in interviews later that he looked at the game and he said, okay, this shit is boring. Nobody's gonna want to play this.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that they fixed it. And then a couple weeks or months after Miyamoto said that happened, we got a trailer and it looks identical to the final game. So, Miyamoto thinks this game is boring, straight up.
I mean, good for him. At least he's right.
What did they fix? What did they add? Like, did they add a little feature where when you tilt it, it shines on the bottom screen?
Yes, that's all they added. I want to talk about the Miyamoto story quote. Because originally when this game came out... hang on, I don't think I'm going in the direction you think I'm going. Because originally when this game came out, people were talking about the Miyamoto quote where he said, "It's fine without a story, so do we really need one?" And another thing he said along with that quote is, "As much as possible, complete it with only characters from the Super Mario world," which is the Mario mandate thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
And now here's the thing. I don't think he actually said that, because we don't have Miyamoto... like footage of him saying that. We have Kensuke Tanabe saying that he said that. And we have prior information from the Star Fox devs saying that Miyamoto was always super cryptic with his advice. So I think he said something cryptic, and Tanabe was like, make it boring.
Miyamoto is known for his bullshit. I'm not sure if you knew, in Metroid Prime he said that they should make Samus's head like a bug. He meant the fucking scan visor. Like...
I pulled up the Star Fox devs talking about Miyamoto just walking into their office and smoking a cigarette and talking about trees.
Dude, Miyamoto's a character. This is another discussion. We can have a Miyamoto theme discussion. There are a lot of stories. But all you need to know is that Miyamoto hates this game, and he may or may... Don't worry about it. Circling back to 1-3, this is the first instance of what I like to call "fuck you, do it again." Where
secret exits! Yay!
And you go through the intent path. This level, most levels have a thing. They have like one big gimmick puzzle. This one's like you gotta get the faucet that's pumping water into Bowser's ass. You'll understand if you play the game. And once you end Bowser's enema, you like grab a star and the level ends. But if you go back in, you're required, I'm fairly certain, to just jump into some random ass waterfall and get another star to open another path.
Well, that is actually the first star I got on that level, was the random ass star.
That was the first time adult me looked up a tutorial for this game.
Yeah.
I got the stupid star first.
The puzzle where you have to jump on the faucet that you brought up, did you guys think to do that? Because
I also played this game.
Yeah, I remembered it from when I was younger, but even still, I stood there hitting it with a hammer for a couple seconds before I jumped on it.
No. Jumping on it was what I thought to do, actually. I don't know if it's what I thought to do, but I jumped on it once and I saw it move, and I just must have been the way to go.
1-4.
The green toad makes you follow him back to his house before he tells you what to do.
Oh. Okay. You see the windmill. This is like the most iconic shot from Star Stars and Smash, but and it's like all of the marketing. It's a lame level,
Yeah.
The first instance, we already talked about it, so I'm not going to go too in depth, but this is the first time where you go see a problem, in this case the windmill, and so you go get the fan, and then, let's say it's your first time playing, you're probably going to go try to use that fan, but you can't. You got to go back to town and stickerize that fan, and you walk back. And
It's called Sling a Thing, you fake fan.
Whatever. Sling your thing.
No, God, Jesus, family friendly.
Well, yeah, moving on. I knew the solution was to use a fan immediately, and I had a fan, but I in fact could not use it for no reason. Just fantastic.
Oh shit, I just had a brain blast. When you're getting the fan and you have to walk in front of it and turn it off, it can just shoot you to the other side of the ravine if you stand in front of it.
It happened to me. This level, there's a windmill after you use the fan, so mind you, you have to solve a puzzle to even get in here, I think. And you walk in and your reward is 4 boxes with numbers that you literally can't solve. And so this is another beloved instance of Fuck You Do It Again, but much later, which is the advanced version of Fuck You Do It Again that is far, far worse. And also the more common variant. So as you said, you have to go get this green toad, and he's like up in this obscure pipe. He's like up on a hill.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he's hanging out. He's behind a big buzzy beetle.
And it's like a side quest, but anyways.
But it's mandatory.
It's not. It's literally
It's not?
That's crazy. It's totally optional.
Then why do it? Why did I do it?
I did it in like World 5. But, okay. So, you go get to this toad, and you try like, oh, you gotta navigate, you gotta help him. So you jump over the fence, and he's like, oh, I can't jump, come back. And this is just like a minute-long process, minimum to get back.
Right.
You go get him, and you bring him back through the pipe, and you jump over Buzzy Beetle, because you're like, fuck, I don't want to play the combat.
And he runs into it.
And then he runs back. So this is the only instance in Sticker Star, not the only instance, one of many, but where you have to do combat when there's no incentive, but the game just arbitrarily forces you to.
Well, I forget. Can you still run away from it even if you have Green Toad? I think you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
I think it just teleports you to the other side of the enemy. I don't think it gets rid of it this time. I think it just teleports you.
And then you bring him back, and then he tells you the code, I think, and then you go back to the window. Or maybe it's, I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is, it sucks. It's no good.
Okay, God, I need a positive quickly. The map being a pull tab, like pull tabs for the thing is really cool for each path. You know those cardboard? What?
I don't know that.
Oh, well, you know when you like beat a level and unlock a new path and it like pulls the cardboard off it? It's like it's like those cardboard pull tabs. I don't know. I work at Walmart. I work with those a lot.
Yeah.
That made me happy.
Your life is like Sticker Star.
Holy shit.
1-5, Rube Goldberg machine. You hit it, plays Mario scene, knocks things down. It's alright.
Why is every other level generic grass? Every other level in World 1 is generic grass, except this one, where they decided, let's change it up a little bit. Let's mix things up. Let's make it a mountain.
Not the only occasion where they pull shit. They do it in the jungle to a much worse degree. And this level's fine, but it is the first instance of there being like a utility out in a level, which is just about as good as a more accessible one.
Right. I bought the poison mushroom here because I knew I was going to need it.
I didn't. And I also forgot it's here.
Yikes!
So that was fun. Long story short, you'll be needing something that you buy here or randomly grab in a level. The level after this one. 100% required to even access the next world, and if you miss it, look it up.
That is, you just summarized this entire game.
1-6 Kuma Fortress. It is a level.
I had PTSD the moment I saw the trumpet because I knew what it does later.
I didn't grab the trumpet. I don't know. Whatever. I hate this game.
Wait, I have a positive, guys. The castle infinitely spawns bob-ombs, which is a great place to farm XP. You know, the XP system that's in this game.
Man. That's true, bro.
Wait,
so true.
what are you talking about?
He's lying. Okay. Well, this is the first boss fight, and every boss fight in Sticker Star is the same boss fight, except they get mostly progressively. So the only way to know that you would need scissors for this fight, which by the way, I'm pretty sure you would have used earlier, so you'd have to go back for them to even have them. So there's no way anybody has scissors naturally unless they've gone out of their way to stock up. You need scissors to win this fight, or you can brute force it, and it just is miserable combat for like 6 minutes. And the way the game indicates that you need scissors is in the boss fight. So the expectation must be, you get into this fight, you get multiple phases in, like you have to sit there for a minute to even see him flip around and reveal his weakness. And then you leave, which you're allowed to do, and then you come back, and then you use it. Now, I knew you needed scissors, and I was thinking like, okay, I know these boss fights are terrible on a blind playthrough, but at least I know I'm prepared. I got into the fight, I used the scissors. You can't use them at the beginning. I lost them. I had to do it the boring way. Why? I knew the solution.
I just want to send, it's funny you bring that up, because I just want to send my exact note to you guys in screenshot form.
Okay.
Let's see what you think.
You also used it too early. Let's go.
So Kirsty tells you to try a little harder next time after you beat the boss.
The harder way.
You know, by actually playing the game instead of just using the one button to win.
You still do have to play a lot of fight, though. It just makes it significantly easier. But it's still, it's not like a one-hit win. I wish it was. But it's not.
And then after this, they have the audacity to try to give us a cutscene.
Okay, but the diorama art style is cute. I like it.
It's cute, but what are we saying? At one time, a Goomba got powerful.
Yes, that's exactly what there's. I don't know why you're so confused.
So, after this, you go to World 2 and you immediately get hit by a door that requires 6 stickers, which you may or may not have. And if you don't have them, most of them can be bought. But if you didn't grab the poison mushroom, I hope you remember where it was and why. There's no reason for this. Like, okay, yeah. They want to gate it behind finishing World 1 mostly. So they say, oh, the poison mushroom's only at the end of World 1. But, like, there's never a poison mushroom that's, like, that directly given to you. I don't know. Sorry, I hate this.
I got the poison mushroom my first try.
I know you did, but I tossed that shit because I don't want it.
I also had all the stickers because I'm a good boy. The first level of World 2 starts all grassy and then transitions to desert. Again, one of the only times the game does that.
I believe they do it a little bit at the beginning of World 3. They don't do it in World 4. They don't do it in World 5. That's the only 2 times they do it.
They just gave up.
It's like Sonic Mania with the transitions. They half-assed it. Any Sonic Mania slander I can fit in here. I actually love that game. This level has quicksand.
Mm-hmm. That's important for a puzzle later. You better remember that.
What happens when you stay in this quicksand too long?
You die, I think.
You go to the title screen.
I kind of like bullshit like that.
I mean, admittedly, it's a baller move, but
I feel like the first 3 Paper Mario games all have stuff like that, where it's like they tell you to do a certain thing, and if you don't, it just fucking kills you.
I mean, the thing is, you can go AFK in combat, and this can still happen to you.
Well, speaking of getting close to dying in combat, let's say somehow you have a pretty close battle, and you get out to the overworld, and you're like, man, I'm going to be going into another battle soon. I want to heal.
Yeah.
Well, you can't use healing items in the overworld, so good luck.
You can use them outside of battle in levels. I mean, like, the fact that when you finish a level and you don't heal, you have to go into a level with a healing block, use it, and then leave. Why? Why?
And of course they had to put the healing block at the far back right corner of Decalburg.
I know. It's like deliberate. It's like literally, this game is passive aggressive, genuinely. And like not all games have a health block, by the way. There are straight up levels without a health block. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, this is not the first instance of one, but I think it's the first one I got. 5 HP hearts. They don't just give you max HP, they literally just increase your attack power. Like...
I forgot about that.
It's a thing!
Oh,
like,
I didn't get a whole lot of those.
I think there's like a shit ton of them, but... Why?
Why do they... Why? Just let you level up. Just bring star points back. Just bring star points back.
Yoshi Sphinx.
It's a Sphinx.
I got stuck in this for like almost an hour because I refused to look it up. There's a part where behind a pillar you have to go through a little opening, but I'm playing an emulator and I don't have 3D, so it was really see.
I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse. The fact that I also got stuck, or the fact that I got stuck while looking it up.
Wait, on the same.
I was watching a walkthrough and I still got confused.
Like, this game is for kids. This has happened like 3 times. This has happened to all of us so far in our playthroughs. And with him, like, walking him through it.
In my notes, I just have all caps, this stupid fucking door behind the pillar. I hate this goddamn game.
Dude, I felt so stupid doing this. I literally pulled this game up on an emulator in my lecture and continued to do it in lecture. And by the time class ended, I hadn't figured it out. Like, okay, but your reward for getting to the top of this Sphinx is you see the star and you can't grab it. Like, you're allowed to, but if you do, you literally just have to play the entire level again for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a boss fight, and I earnestly believe this is the worst designed boss fight I've ever seen in a video game. And I'm
Are you talking about Kamek or the paratroopers?
Oh, I completely forgot that even happened.
I was about to say the paratroopers are cool if only they had unique designs. They're literally just
cool.
paratroopers.
But I literally won with 2 stickers. Like,
yeah, well, if they were more unique, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, you use 2 line jumps. You fight Kamek. Kamek turns all your stickers into flip-flops, and instead of your usual 3 options in Sticker Star, you now have 1. I'm really passionate specifically about this Kamek fight, because it's just the moment where I didn't remember how bad it was until I was playing it for the second time, and I really realized this isn't just like the bad Nintendo game. This is a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your only choice. I don't even. Is the battle spinner allowed? I think it doesn't matter. You literally just
changes nothing.
And all of your stickers look like flip-flops. You can easily waste them. And most of the time, Kamek will fly up into the air, and it's like, oh, you can't hit him with flip-flops. So what do? The answer is you can't do anything. You just waste your stickers and you waste your time. And it's not a puzzle and it's not a mechanic. It's literally just the game deciding that it wants to spend 2 extra minutes playing it for no reason. And the worst part is that the developers had such little faith in this boss that about 2/3 through it, you'll usually get a mushroom for free, so you straight up can't die. You can spam A in this fight, and you can't die. You can come in with half health, spam A, and you can win this fight 100% of the time. And it's missable. And it's required. And it's in the game twice.
And the second time, it's when you have substantially more important and harder to get stickers.
I mean, baffling. Just baffling.
I don't know.
Moving on.
At some point, they just decided how bad can it possibly be.
I can see, like, I think the main issue with this game is it's just fundamentally flawed. Because I can see some of the design choices being interesting if the basis was better. Like, oh, you can only use one style of attack, but it's, like, really hard to do. They didn't do that. They just made it one style of attack and spam A.
Moving on, I can't talk about it anymore because it's going to give me an aneurysm. 2-3 Sand Shifter Ruins. We went from one of the worst levels in the game to the second worst level in the game.
I would say it's worse than the Sphinx. I spent so much longer here. I
Before we
missed
say
the bat. I missed the bat the first time.
It's so missable too. And it's important. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna send you something in Discord real quick.
Okay.
You need to listen to something. In this level, there are Discord pings in the background. Hear me out. Hear me out. This has a 32-second timestamp, You can put this in the video. It's very subtle. Listen to the very background of the audio track.
I don't hear it.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I got no clue what you're talking about.
Thank you. I might have been playing this level so long. I started to lose it.
This is just psychosis.
I promise you that at the 32-second mark of Sand Shifter Ruins on the Paper Mario Sticker Star OST, you can hear Discord things. I'm not delusional.
I think you're delusional.
I hear nothing remotely close to that.
This level's a vertical maze where every movement is dictated by gravity. There's no to go through the correct solution multiple times, and there is a required missile item.
The vacuum puzzle is stupid.
Oh, holy shit.
I didn't know you needed a vacuum. My ass brought a faucet. My ass brought literally everything.
I'd like to point out on the thumbnail, we're now on to 2-4. I don't even want to talk about 2-3. There's trauma. In 2-4, on the map, there are these like spinning trees that look like fans, but you need a vacuum. And the thing is, the vacuum is at the harbor, which is just an extra. It looks like a fifth word or a fourth word. It's not even. You would never look there. I think people would sooner look.
Time out. Hunter, what are you using for audio? Just out of curiosity.
My phone microphone.
Do you have headphones plugged into it?
No.
Well, you could also do like a push-to-talk style thing that works too.
No. How do you use push talk?
Alright, on mobile, you go. Okay, so you need to go to the harbor. You need to go in a room. You need to get the vacuum, which it's not even the first room. It's like, why would you go there? If you go to the harbor any earlier, you'll basically say like, oh, you can't do anything here yet. Come back later.
I hate this puzzle even more now, because when I was playing this part, I was also watching Season 2, Episode 5 of Invincible, the very end of it. And that's a good episode. That's a good ending, too. But the issue is it was a little traumatizing, so now I associate that with this game.
You just got double trauma. Oh, and a fun little detail about this level, Adam, is that if you it to try to solve the puzzle, guess what you need as soon as you... Oh, and you have to grab a star and then come back as usual. But as soon as you grab that star, you need the faucet.
Mm-hmm. I know. I used it. I had to go back.
Fun stuff. Yep.
I was mentally prepared to go back, though, because I vaguely remembered it not being the solution.
Here we have a magical instance. Perhaps one of the funniest instances of fuck you, do it again, but later in the entire game.
Did you get the chests?
But it's extra funny because you're expected to get pieces of a tablet. There's which you probably got, but maybe you didn't. And then the other one's from using the faucet, which yeah, you probably got that one. Mm-hmm. And then the third one is in the first or second level. I think the first.
It's the first one. It's the first one.
Between fall into the quicksand, which usually sends you to the title screen, mind you, between two striped cacti, which are way off and random off the corner of the level, and then it just like that's it.
I am so happy that I remembered that puzzle. If I forgot about that, I would have been there for days.
What is that? What is that? What do they mean by this? One of my favorite details about Sticker Star is that every single path corresponds to a star. Each level doesn't correspond to a star. So there are many useless stars which only exist to connect levels arbitrarily, which, mind you, you can just walk around. Mm-hmm. Yeah, never mind, moving on, done. Dry Big Stadium.
I actually like that this game is separated into like tiny little levels.
Enjoy it too. It's good for handheld.
It also helped Child Me beat it, believe it or not, which is not something that makes sense with this game. Because with Thousand Year Door, it's all an interconnected world. So when I played it for the first time, I was in the first level, and I got to the end of it, and I was like, where do I go from here? Apparently I have to walk back. I didn't know what walking backwards was, so I just gave up. But this level is like 1-1, 1-2. You just move on to 1-2. It makes sense.
Well, Sticker Star is a good pick up and play game in the sense that you'll be equally fucked no matter how long you're away from it.
Yeah, you know, it's like the issue I have with Metroid, but every single time. is if I put it down, I won't remember where I am. That's just all of Sticker Star.
Strybake Stadium, it is like 5 miserable puzzles in a row.
Human-sized toads and Koopas on all fours are not okay.
I low-key think the aesthetics in this level kind of go hard, but as soon as I don't know, man, the puzzles are so bad. Like,
They do it better in Origami King, is all I'm saying. The aesthetic is better in Origami King.
I'll play it eventually.
No, you won't. I pray you don't.
You looked up all the puzzles for this, I know, but
Good.
don't look them up. Like, they literally are like, walk around this big-ass room with respawning enemies in it, and pay attention to the direction of the toad's shoes. Like, who approved this?
I looked this one up. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't even look up how to solve it. I just wanted the solution.
I did look it up, but I wish I would have. And then you need the bat and use it on the pokey.
Stupid ass puzzle. The only you go up the elevator, right, and it locks you in the puzzle. You can see it's a baseball stadium, but it forces you into the fight.
And mind you, as you pointed out, there's a very high chance you not have the bat and have no idea where it is. And the place to find it is in the worst level that you want to play the least.
I think my experience was way worse because like. If you miss the bat, you get to that fight and you're like, oh, I need the bat. I need to look up where it is and then go get it. With me, I knew it was in that level. And I finished the level and I was like, I didn't get it. So I spent another hour in that level looking for it.
Like, the thing is, also, you can use it at the wrong time. If you use it before he gets all the way up, like, it just doesn't work as well. It's a fantastic game.
It's, like, we've all played bad games, you know, like Sonic 06, we can see what went wrong there, yada yada. This game is inexplicable.
No, I prefer Sonic 06 to this. Like, and I understand what happened.
I think Sticker Star, at least in my opinion, is the worst AAA video game ever. Ever.
I can't say I agree because I haven't played enough, but I do think it could possibly be the worst one that I've played.
I mean, again, I'm willing to be proven wrong.
Yeah, this is the worst game I have ever played by a long shot.
I like that we're not even to World 3 and we're already deciding, yeah, this game sucks.
That's the good part. World 3 starts with a thing sticker that you might not have. It starts acquiring the trumpet. I didn't have it.
Skill issue.
I know.
Didn't you know you were going to need one specific item from one specific area?
I mean, I did know that much. Okay, so the first thing that happens is your best friend Wiggler.
Love Wiggler. I don't love Wiggler. He's so annoying. I don't like him.
Wiggler gets attacked by the blooper.
He's dead. Wiggler's dead. Wiggler gets eaten.
Dies.
Bloopers eat Wigglers. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm willing to bet.
Well, the thing is, Goober Blooper grabbed Wiggler, and then Wiggler had a different problem.
yeah, camping. I forgot about that.
Did it take him home?
It was just his Uber.
Wait, I never thought. Okay, this game, whatever. You fight Boomerang Bros in the level. That's all that matters.
Does this level's song have the original Mario Bros theme in it?
Maybe.
Because I think a lot of the songs have the original Mario Bros theme in it.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder who the composer was and what they knew about the Mario franchise before this game.
They love stomping Koopas. Okay, so I'm very excited. I have a diagram to show you all. We are going to draw how World 3 of Paper Mario Superstar goes. One step at a time.
Yeah!
3-1, and it doesn't matter what it is. We're gonna start right there. So you play that level, and next you've got. Alright, just a second. The Bafflewood.
I forgot I did this. I wrote 3-2. My only note is it's fine.
It's not fine!
I don't think it's that bad. If you just put a sticker on the right sign, you'll always know where to go.
This level is literally pick a path 8 times, and it sends you to the beginning. And there are multiple correct solutions.
I would say this is better than most levels in this game.
Okay, I will say, I am biased. My game crashed twice.
Oh yeah, you know what, you're right.
This level's ass. No, so basically you pick a path, you leave a sticker on the correct path. If you choose the wrong one, you just check a different path. It happens like 5 times, and at the end there's like 8 different sucks ass. We'll be back to that level later.
Yeah, I liked this level until we had to be back.
Alright, so this is the baffle one. Alright, our next level is Wiggler's house.
Oh, we love Wiggler's house. He invited us over for dinner after getting kidnapped.
I loved Wiggler's house so much, I kept coming back.
Wiggler got dismembered. That's terrifying.
This game has gore.
Mm-hmm. More gore than any Paper Mario game ever, definitely. Don't fact check that.
Don't look up Paper Mario 1000 Year Door news.
Yeah, don't play TTYD or Super. They don't exist.
So on Wiggler's house, you go to the top, and the plot of World 3 is that Wiggler has been separated into 5 pieces. One being the head, and you need to bring them back.
Did you get the star? Did you get the segment and then go get the star? Because I got the segment and then just left.
I don't even. There's a lot. Next is, let me consult my map.
Oh, this is this one.
Strike Lane, which I think is like one of the least memorable levels in this game. And you can't do anything here but get a Wiggler segment and grab a star, and there's nothing notable, am I right? Or did I miss it? Yep, okay. I realize now I've mirrored this, so I guess we're gonna have to... 3-5 is...
You get to do a circle. You get to do a circle on a leaf.
This is a candidate for, I think, bottom 3 level in the game.
I got so mad I inserted a JPEG into my Google Doc.
The first visit is admittedly not the worst visit. You have to walk, hit a leaf, and ride it in a poison circle, and you have to jump off at a very specific point, and then you fight the Wiggler, and it ends. But the thing is, that point you have to jump off at is like literally the most obscure spot they could have chosen.
I didn't struggle with it that much, I'll be honest.
Okay, admittedly I didn't this time. But I remember when I was a kid, it took me like an hour, so...
I think same, honestly, but I don't know for sure.
The real zinger with this one happens later, so don't you worry. So, thankfully, we've gotten the Wiggler segment. We did have to fight it, which took 5 seconds. But thankfully, we've gotten it, and it ran away. No, it didn't, actually. We just brought it back to Wiggler's house. And so we went from here to Wiggler's house. Mm-hmm. All right. And we drop it off, and we can't get a star. Unless you happen to grab the scrap, which I think most people didn't, myself included. Did you grab the scrap?
I didn't make a note about it, so I'll assume no, and then I got so fed up with it I went back anyway. So, I just want to give you all PTSD quickly. Just so you guys know, this is the JPEG I inserted into my Google Doc. I think you will instantly know what I was upset about.
I was going to get there. Can we come back to that?
Yeah, we'll get back to it.
Okay. Our next step is, let me look up where it is, 3-6, which is...
Woo! The only Toad that sells secret doors, because he's an asshole.
Out here. And so we went from here to there, and you buy a secret door, and you go in it, and you get a fish hook, and this is the only time that is required in the entire game, and it is 100% mandatory.
How about we use logical game design, right? So you go to the Toad, right? He's like stuck in some ink, maybe, right? And you gotta fight some gooper bloopers and help him get out, and then he's like, man, thanks for the help. I'm gonna open up a shop in Decalburg where you can buy secret doors. Oh,
what an idea!
That would be like half decent game design. I bet some good game designers would think of that.
What if we didn't do secret doors at all? What if we didn't have a potentially mandatory or extremely useful item hidden in every single level in the game that is usually required on a second visit for the first half.
I didn't think of that. I didn't even think of that. In fact, I didn't think of that so hard. At the top of my notes, I made a list of every single level with the secret door entrance in it, with what is in each of the ones that I did. Just in case I needed a thing sticker again. Just in case.
This game changes people.
If I got to a point where I just so happened to need a thumbtack, I knew it was in 1-1. If I got to a point where I just so happened to need matches, it's in 1-4. I want to kill myself.
Okay, so I forgot the scrap and loop river thing. So I like this, and this is where your trauma comes in.
Secretblock.jpg.
There's a impossible jump that is visibly now possible, mind you, to get to the scrap and therefore the star. And the only way you can get past that jump is to hit hidden block.
Literal Kaizo level design. Is this the first instance of hidden blocks being mandatory for completion of a game?
Ever. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And you can finish this level without doing it, so you wouldn't even know. Whatever. It sucks. I hate it. Moving on. We now have to actually use that scrap, so we'll be returning to Wiggler's house. Do that, which takes a while. And
you gotta walk all the way back up to the top of his treehouse, and then place the thing using paperization.
Start keeping count of how many times. I'm gonna add a little green star next to each level we visit a second time. So I can go in there, and the Wiggler currently has 2 stars. Alright. I know this is very technical. Bear with me. Okay, our next stop is Russell Burrow.
I have some things I want to say about this level.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's going to be the things you're expecting. The gimmick of losing all of your items, including your companion, is really bad in this specific instance. Because you have an album full of stickers that you have to go around and pick up one by one. But it could be good. In fact, in Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, they do this exact same gimmick, but better because you literally just have to get your jump and your hammer, and that's it. Your bros attack, your run option.
And Eventide Island?
Exactly. This is a good gimmick. It's just, it would be good in a better game.
Which Sticker Star is not. I'm also realizing Wiggler House, it doesn't matter.
First mention of the map, the 3- or the World 3 map in my notes, by the way, is this level, and it's a big red. I color coded all of my notes, positive and negative. Big red. It says this world map has way too much shit going on.
Yeah, don't say. We'll get there. 3-7, I hate this. This is one of my favorite levels. You lose all your stickers. You have to go grab them all again. And Hunter is your push stock on.
I don't think so.
Yes. I was about to ask. When is your favorite when is the latest instance that you have green in your notes?
The latest instance, this level, because I was talking about how I like the gimmick, but it would be better in a good game.
When was the last time that green appears? I'm curious.
Before now?
In the entire game, what's the last instance of green? I'm curious.
Oh, the very last instance. I like Bowser's animations in this game.
Okay. I don't even know why I asked.
But my previous one before this level was 2-2 when I said the paratroopers are cool.
Oh my god. Okay. This level, Kirsty complains at you. It's unfun. You have to grab all your stickers. You lose all your stuff. It's miserable. I hate it.
You're not allowed to leave Kirsty in the web, and then you save her and she yells at you, so I decided I'm giving her back to the spiders, but you're not allowed to do that either.
If I gave my feelings about Kirsty, I feel like I'd be labeled as like some Gamergate shit. You know what I'm saying?
This area is where I made the note of what I said, where Kirsty, I don't hate her as much as other characters, or as much as other people hate her, right? And I think there are even worse characters in this game. However, he says so much. He just talks so much with nothing important to say. I don't think he has a single line of dialogue that means anything. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. You're missing something. One of the things in 3-7 is another vacuum. There is another vacuum. There's 2 vacuums in this game.
And you'll never need it.
You'll never need it.
There are also sponges. There are like 4 scissors. Yeah. Forgotten Pond. This level is just a poison swamp, Elden Ring style, but if Elden Ring was platforming with really bad depth perception. Hunter, I remember specifically, you didn't enjoy this one. This is the swinging poison log level.
Oh, I have absolutely no depth perception in this game. Like, I remember specifically in Sniff It and Whiff It as well, I could never hit them because I was always hitting like a block behind them.
Yep. It was painful to watch.
In the whack-a-mole section.
Hey, fun fact. So I found the exit, and I didn't find the way I tried to do. And that's why I'm adding a little green star. But it also means that I brought the Wiggler back, and then I came back. And which means we can also add a little green star here.
My only note for this level is I have nothing to say about this level. I think I'm dying. So take that how you will.
Sniff it or whiff it?
No, 3-9. Sorry, are we skipping 3-9? Where are we?
3-9, Sniff it or whiff it, Stump Blade.
Stumpblade? Oh, okay. Yeah, 3-10, I love Sniff It or Whiff It. I love Sniff It or Whiff It.
Bro, hated Sniff it or whiff it. How could you?
I love... these minigames only get better.
Yeah, Sniff It or Whiff It is actually fantastic. Like, it is the only personality this game has.
I actually like the Origami King version more, and I like the name better, because in the Origami King, it's called Shy Guys Finish Last. I like that name.
I saw that for the first time today, actually. It is fantastic. It's a fun level. It has good references. Like, I know there's like a Sunshine reference with one of these questions about Peach being Bowser Jr.'s mom. Mario 3 music.
The host specifying that the Sniffits getting bonked are unpaid interns is really funny.
And like the jokes about like legally binding. Like the writing is funny. It's got good music. It's good atmosphere. It's got good gameplay. Sniff it or whiff it. You get smiley face, and you get a Wiggler segment. And because you get a Wiggler segment, you go back to Wiggler's house, and you had another start of Wiggler. Okay.
Also, I know you already brought this up, but the bonus challenge in Sniff It or Whiff It, you know, a bonus is an optional, right?
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Well, you'd think it would be. You know, it's a bonus.
For like another 5 hours of gameplay.
Oh yeah, I guess it is optional for 5 hours.
I know.
It's everything I hate about RPGs.
I'm coughing. It's killing me. Because I know there's so much more. And now, for some goddamn reason, we go to... And this is all because Wiggler segments keep running away. I don't know if we ever clarified. Now we go to 3-2. And in 3-2, this is a revisit. You need to go down a different path, which, by the way, there's no indication that there are multiple correct paths in the Bafflewood. And if you come here any earlier, it's a dead end. But you go, and you get the Wiggler, and it ends. There's no point to this. It is just... You do the level again. That's it. Do you have anything else to contribute?
It's not a dead end. There's items, so it could be considered an item room, which means you would not want to go back there. That's what my thought process was, actually. I turned this back into a negative. I'm not even making fun of you anymore. I found it. I thought it was an item room, and I was like, oh, well, there's nothing else there, and then didn't go back for the Wiggler segment.
We're on our 6th visit to Wiggler. Don't worry, there'll be more. All right. Oh, did I skip 3-10 in my notes? I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 3-10 is Sniff It or Whiff It, isn't it?
I don't care. This is all you need to know. 3-10, I think, is the Tree Branch Trail. I missed the star. Where did you even get the bowling ball? I don't... Is it... Oh, I think it's in the
I don't remember either.
I think it's at the end of the Bafflewood. It doesn't matter. You go back to Strike Lane, you use the bowling ball. It's kind of funny. It's not that funny.
It's just not. Move on. Next. Please. I'm in pain.
This looks like a map of the universe. Or where? 11. I don't think any other world comes close to double digits. This is the Holy Thicket, which I don't even remember. Oh, this is the one where you have to grab Bowser tape as an item, which is a whole endeavor when there is Bowser tape all over the level. So, give or take 6 or 7 visits to Wiggler's house. Wiggler is reunited with the rest of the pieces, and it's still not over because there's another level.
You know how there's some worlds in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, how there just isn't boss fights there?
Yep.
This world really could have benefited from that. You know, just cut the whole Wiggler, or cut the whole blooper plotline. We don't need it.
There is a blooper.
Ideally, cut the whole Wiggler plotline. But if they're gonna have the Wiggler plotline, at least cut the other.
Let's cut the game. How about we cut the game? Everything but that?
I didn't, but it's interesting when you bring it up.
It's Cooper Blooper from Sunshine. But like, you use the sponge. There's some nice music, and it's over.
I absolutely nailed this level. I walked all the way there without getting into a single battle. And I entered the battle, and I forgot the sponge. So I had to go back. I had to run from the battle and go back and get the sponge, and then go back to the fight, and then I did it again.
The most of the fights, I think, in stickers, all of them but the fauna balls, I think you can get away with not having a thing sticker. Cooper Blooper is not. I think it might be like, I know it's not impossible, but it is like almost undoable.
I didn't want to deal with it either way.
I tried. I forgot the sponge. Oh, fuck. That means, give me a minute.
Yeah.
I think it was here. And then...
Wes, I want you to know, it's almost 11. We're not at the halfway point.
Oh, I know. We're going to have to move quickly. And then you beat Cooper Blooper, and...
Well, now we're going to take a quick intermission to talk about our bonus game. I still want to die. This didn't fix it.
What's our bonus game?
Hunter, why don't you introduce it?
Okay, the bonus game was Evil God Corona.
Wow, how did we find out about this game? How did we learn? Wes, I don't think that's gonna work. Because I didn't know this game existed until you guys brought it up.
So, this game, I gotta give some background to you guys because
Game. I did air quotes, by the way.
You know what? Fuck it. No background. I'll tell you background after it's over. Meaning, once we're done talking about the game, it makes it more interesting if you guys don't have context.
All right.
So when you boot up this game for the first time, it's 4x3 and there's no settings and it won't full screen.
I'm happy you brought it up so I didn't have to.
So that's kind of cool. You get a list of, I know, the people watching this for stickers are going to be confused. You get a list of commandments, which are shave your head, do not stop smiling, give your fingers, and don't watch any other YouTube channels, which just really explains itself.
Oh, and just quickly, I recorded me playing this entire game, and it will be intermittently spliced into here. So it's not going to be just us sitting here talking about this fucking piece of shit joke of a visual novel. I don't even know what it would be.
What's the gameplay? Anyone want to tell me the gameplay? Hunter? Gameplay?
Hold left, hold right. It took me like 10 minutes to figure out pressing space actually skipped the messages.
Oh, I thought you had to click, and it also took me about a minute.
I'm happy we all had different gameplay, because I clicked for half of it, and then the other half I pressed left arrow, but only ever left arrow. If I had to walk right, it's always just left arrow. Why do I have to press something to walk? Can't you just do it for me at that point? Is it just gonna be 30 minutes of this?
See, that's the great thing about Evil God Corona is that you really play your way. There's a lot of player freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So, all you do is you play as a guy and you walk down the street and it's like a town in Japan and you start noticing, you don't start noticing, there's just always creepy shit happening.
Dude is the least observant guy on the planet. Doesn't notice a damn thing.
2 days in a row, and then is surprised the second time he sees it and comments on it the first time.
This is the least observant man on the planet. Big news day. Oh, but don't forget, in between every day, it brings up Google Docs creepy font of the next day.
The next day.
Ooh. Creepy growing text in Google document creepy text font. No shot.
But wait, there's a hex day as well. So you start noticing you're being stalked by this weird dog person. And there's these people walking by, and they're like, Korosa. And you're welcome. At the end of this happening 3 times, he gets stopped by the like creepy looking dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on this? I'm carrying.
No. My only
I
thought.
don't know. He had an interesting comment on lobotomy. It's like, yeah, that's a brain surgery. Who needs those?
I mean, I'd be down for a lobotomy. I'm down for anything at least once. Yeah, who needs a lobotomy when you can just go home and watch streamers? And you know,
It's effectively the same thing, yeah.
I don't want to diss this guy, but you know, he didn't want to join the Corona cult, but also all he had to look forward to was watching VTubers anyways. Like, the game starts with him being like, oh, that was a really hard test. I'm really happy to go home and watch streamers. If you're part of the cult, you don't have to do the test. You just get to watch streamers.
It's real. And you notice this doctor guy shows up a couple times at the clinic, and he's like, leave this town. And the guy doesn't listen. And I don't even really think he acknowledges it.
I'm good, man. I like this town. It's nice. It's very, what's the word? It's very homey. See, like, how would I feel welcomed by my neighbors without those guys there? And I know that I'll always be safe walking home because the neighborhood watch is always got my back. I was on board with the whole doctor plot line until he somehow summoned himself on the TV screens in the background. I didn't know he was a ghost.
How bad that animation looked when the lightning struck.
I like that every time the screen shook, there was like a fog layer in the front, but it never moved.
That's like the kind of mistake I would make in a scratch game. This game is weirdly buggy. It's hilarious.
I like how there's like a smoke filter in front, and when the screen shakes, the smoke filter doesn't move. Was that supposed to happen? That didn't look like it was supposed to happen.
If you go to like half the official streams for this, they're like the game bugs and
I played on Steam Deck. Did you guys also have a ton of lag spikes?
No.
The game ran like shit. Did I just get a lag spike? What the fuck? How did I get a lag spike?
Hunter, did you?
No, I had no performance issues. The game was just like the dude walked so slow. I was like looking for a run key.
You think there's a run key? Come on.
Okay. So the guy pops out. There's wearing these creepy braces, and they're being turned into these fellows right here. And there's a button that says I like Corona to agree with them. They drag you in. Did you guys press that button?
Of course I did.
There was no other option.
Dude literally said.
They made it look like that'd be the only option in the game.
Okay.
And there was no.
I figured there would be another option, but why would I press another option? He literally likes Corona. Why wouldn't we click the option? It's the truth. He's a self-admitted VTuber addict. Why would we not press that?
Also, how is there a different time for completionist, main plus extra?
I'll tell you. That's a secret. I'm telling you at the end. Okay. So
Do you hold left more?
Legitimately, yes.
I see. We all had our different play styles. If you hold left click and left arrow, you moved twice as fast.
You can literally move left when the button prompt shows up and there's a different ending, but I'll get there. So he goes in. I honestly think that the visuals for the stretched faces is like actually really cool looking and creepy. I don't know. I thought it was neat. Okay.
I have some fun trivia about me in this game. I was like reading dialogue as I was recording it. Every time the string of words "cute girl" was said, I physically cringed and could not bring myself to read the dialogue. Oh, this guy's a fake fan. This guy is also a fucking weirdo.
What, you didn't want to say Corona, lady, or whatever? Bro, I swear to God, this game's translation is all. So it's revealed the doctor is the one brainwashing because she's got like a gun to his head basically, and he's like, I'm gonna get you, and you try to crawl away, and you hold right. I held right. You probably don't have to. And then you get to the end, and she drags you back in.
I want to reiterate, literally, why run? This is exactly what he wanted.
For real, he just like me. And then take place. The credits take place. I don't mean anything. The credits take place with the protagonist walking, and he's got the headgear now. And when he gets to the end, a normal person walks by him, and his headgear falls off, and he. How many times am I doing this? He looks like this, but like fleshy. And that's the end.
God, that was the spookiest horror game I've ever played. Who is going to get anything out of this? Who is going to get anything?
I'll tell you.
Horror fans get nothing out of it. Visual novel fans get nothing out of this. The only people this is for is like a single dude.
It's me. Listen, so there is a second ending.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep walking, you don't join the cult, and the cops just straight up show up and arrest her. And that's how it ends.
Wait, how the hell do you keep walking? They literally stopped me.
If you just hold left instead of clicking on the screen, I assume, right?
Yeah, you repress. You repress left, yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, now I have to replay it.
I know, for real. Real quick, Corona context. Corona's VTuber, part of Harlem, don't worry. The phrase "Yubi Yubi" is her catchphrase. It means "give me your fingers." That's what's up with that. And the cutting fingers thing specifically is like, does anyone know what Heavy Rain is? No? Okay, got it.
Yes, I do. It's a mediocre ass game.
You have to cut a finger off. Okay. Here's what is up with this game, because I know it's insane. So this is by I'm Cyan, and he's super popular indie horror. He's got this huge series called Suhu no Hi, which you're not gonna believe this. It's called The Hex Day.
It all comes full circle.
I know. When I read that online, I was like, so like the corniest part of the game was like,
he's the Hideo Kojima of game development.
I mean, Kojima seems less interested in games every low-key. Corona played the game on stream before it came out, but I don't really think she like helped him with it. All right, back to Sticker Star.
Wait, hang on. What's our final review of the game out of 10? Final review.
I'm gonna give it about a 10, I think.
Hunter?
You'd give it a 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
5 out of 10. It was short, but it wasn't good.
I feel like that's generous. My review was that it's moderately inoffensive, so I'm gonna give it a 3, but only because I played it through your library, so I didn't have to pay for it. If I paid $6 for this, 0, and I want a refund.
Oh, but the thing is, you could, because it is so damn short.
You
could get all of the content and still get a refund.
I will say, this game is not meant to be very... It is a shitpost. I should make that clear. Or, sorry, it's not meant to be scary. It's meant to be fun. It is a shitpost.
I don't even know if it's a very good shitpost.
If you are, like, a hardcore Corona fan, and you know all the bits, I think it's a good shitpost. But, if you don't know, I'm sorry. I read the reviews on Steam for this, and there were so many people in the comments, like, apologizing for not understanding what they played. This also was not my pick. I should clarify, which I think is really funny. Snow Rise 4-1. Yeah, we're gonna have to speed run the rest of this, y'all. 11:30 is my hard due date, so let's go.
Okay, let's talk about the pier quickly.
Yeah.
So, at the pier, you have to unhook the boat from the thing. Now, in any other Paper Mario game, just hit it with a hammer. That always works. For this, you have to have the scissors.
Yep.
Which means you have to go all the way back, buy the scissors, or just go get them from the level, and sling a thing, and then use the thing sticker, and then you get rid of your stickers by using it. Fuck this game.
And you also need light bulb from 2-2, and you also need to get the wheel, which I think you need the light bulb for, and you also need the hook from the blue door, and you also need to use IGN.com Paper Mario Sticker Star walkthrough.
Mm-hmm. I like the way Mario spins the steering wheel. It's very dramatic.
Yeah, which apparently is an unused animation from a better version of the game where he had partners, but that's a whole other can of worms that we're not going to...
I know of that. Let's just not even talk about that. We know what's going on.
Yep. Fun fact about the fish boss, if you wait too long, it explodes and you instantly game over to the tail. Next, you need to go to Snow Rise. It's the snow level. Listen, the music's nice, the aesthetics are nice, and the level seems fine. But, and you know, there's even a nice bit with Birdo in it. It's a weird reoccurring bit in this game. They're in this series now.
Yeah. I'm fine with it. I assume it's just one of the like higher ups' favorite characters, but whatever.
I think the Birdo or something. I don't know. And then you need the radiator, which was from the bonus round of Sniff It or Whiff It. So if you didn't have, and it's really, really not obvious that you need the radiator.
And you don't know that you get the radiator from Sniff It or Whiff It until you do it. So if you just didn't get it, you have no idea where to get it.
And you would not think to go back in that level. Jesus Christ, it just gets worse. You also need to get a scrap here, which you need to vaporize a fire flower onto snow to melt it. There are other instances of melting snow in this game, and that is not the solution. So I don't know. The actual worst part of this level comes up later. There's these friggin' guys from New Super Mario Bros. And there's a part. I don't know if I think everyone here. Adam, did you have a problem with this?
Depends on what part you're talking about. Are you talking about the penguins?
Okay. No, it's these guys with the lips and their glasses, and they have feet, and they throw the snowballs that have shiny Goombas on them.
Oh no, I didn't have a problem with this.
Oh, I did. And Hunter did. There's a part where you're going up a slope, and you have to hide in these little holes in the wall. And the first hole in the wall, if you hide in it, it's too far away from the guys, so they literally don't spawn. So it just is like broken. And then you go to the next hole in the wall, and it spawns faster than you can make it. Like you literally can't outrun the snowball, even if you run at like the fastest speed. So the little alcoves accomplish nothing. The actual solution is to hit the snowball with your hammer and then fight and then kill them. I probably fought like 20 of these shiny Goombas because I kept trying to sneak past, and it looks like it's barely possible, but it just straight up isn't.
I mean, I struggled with the timing a little bit, but I tried to hit the snowball from inside one of the alcoves, so I figured that out pretty quickly.
I'm realizing now.
And that's one thing I realized with this game. A lot of the puzzles I just like that I kind of struggled with, I didn't write down because I realized halfway through that we're all gonna struggle with different stuff. Like there's so much bullshit in this game. It's just gonna be all over.
We're basically gonna skip 4-2. It's with penguins.
I did in my notes. I literally wrote many ice levels later.
There's penguins. That's it. Okay, next is the Attic Mansion.
I have no negatives. I have no negatives for this level.
It's not perfect, but it's probably the best level in the game, right?
I have all positive and like 2 mediocre things.
This is a level where you're in a mansion, Luigi's Mansion. All these boos escape. It plays Mario Galaxy music, and it's cool. And then you have to go catch him, and then you fight a boss. And there's a character in this level.
More than every other level. And there's
a half character.
There's required battles in this level, so you have to engage with the systems in the game.
And some of these battles have unique mechanics, questionably, that like aren't really like mandatory. I don't know. What I like about this level is that it uses the paperization feature to make actual kind of interesting puzzles with like shuffling on bookcases. It's where you got to grab the entire wall. it's kind of interesting, right?
What I like about this level is, besides Sniff It or Whiff It, I would say this is one of the funniest levels in the game. I think there's a lot of good comedy moments told through gameplay and not dialogue.
Yeah.
Like when the crumpled up Boo pops out of the cabinet, it's just got 1 HP. I like that.
I really enjoy how each fight in this level, for the most part, a couple exceptions, feels like it's like got something special about it. Like you've got the golden Boo, you've got the crumpled up Boo, you've got the 99 Boos, which are a little questionable, but
I mean, you can just infinite jump with a leaf and you instantly get like 30 for free without pressing any buttons.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. The Simple Boost is great, honestly. It's not fun, in my opinion, honestly, but like it didn't offend me. And there's a shortcut back to Decalberg, which is just weird and unnecessary, but I guess it's kind of helpful.
I was so happy to be doing this other than any other level.
Exactly. It's not a fun level. It's just a break.
The painting turning into a Boo behind you, like right as you're about to leave, is very Super Mario 64-esque. And I appreciated that. I thought it was fun because I was like the ideal test for that joke, because I stood in the room for a second and was like, well, now what do I do? And then went to leave and the puzzle's solved.
A couple of the puzzles are maybe a little bullshit, like the clock is a little questionable, honestly, but I knew where it was.
I didn't know how to get into the room with the mouse.
I think it's a good level, except for the boss. I think the boss is abysmal. Kamek shows up, and whenever Kamek shows up, the game gets comically bad. So this boss is shit, because you need to fight Big Boo, and Big Boo turns invisible, and when Big Boo is invincible. And the only way to make Boo visible again is to use a water or wind elemental item, like a thing. And just, we haven't seen one of those in like 1,000 years of gameplay. Like the last ice item is the shaved ice in like 2-3 or whatever, and then the fan is like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I actually didn't know that. I think I one-shot.
Bro, well, I noticed. I guess if you have like infinite jump or stickers, but if you don't, I assumed that was mandatory and I hated it. Hunter, do you have any thoughts on the Boo level?
Yeah, I wasn't in the mood to play a level that was competent. I wasn't in the mood to play more of the game by that point.
Yeah.
That's fair. Speaking of the game getting comically bad whenever Kamek's on screen, I would even argue that it loops back around to being more enjoyable when Kamek's on screen, because it goes from being like the worst thing ever to being the worst thing ever, but kind of ridiculous. I think we're gonna have a lot of notes for this next level.
Shaved Ice Cave. Alright, 4-5, Whiteout Valley.
No,
Shaved Ice Cave
you missed one, sir. You missed one.
It's literally just a store. It doesn't even sell most of the things you would go to a store for. Like, I don't know. It has decent but not amazing stickers.
Just go to Decalberg.
Whiteout Valley, this is where you use the old-timey painting guy. Don't worry about it, we skipped it. And then you listen to Mario 3, and it is deceptively, it seems like it will be fun, and then you realize just fight a shit ton of fuzzies.
Yeah, it wasn't very fun.
The game decides to be a little funny here. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but at some point when you go like a C after this, Bowser Jr. will attack you. And
right.
It's just a standard boss. Like you just jump on him.
I ran from him.
You can do that.
Yeah, you can just leave.
Oh my god, that's incredible. This game is so much better than I even realized. 4-6. It's a boss level with the minecart. There's a line, you can skip with the door. It's stupid.
I waited in line. And I bought the door.
I use the door. I've already went through the line wait experience in my old playthrough, and I know what a waste of time it is. It's kind of like one of those so fuck it's funny things in Sticker Star, but there are too many of those as those. That's the game. The minecart, it's fine, the music's nice, but it's very frustrating when you fall and it takes like a minute to restart.
Yeah, I felt nothing about the minecart.
Yeah, okay. Hunter, I know you raged on the minecart pretty hard.
Yeah, I didn't like that you couldn't jump basically at the end. You had to jump like oddly early. And yeah, I did not have a good time all in all.
I think you're just speaking to your larger. Your input on every aspect of Sticker Star is that you didn't like it. I mean, fair. You're right.
I'm a god gamer, so I did the entire minecart section first try. So I have nothing to say about it. If you do it first try, it just makes you have no personality. At least if you struggle, you have something to say about it.
It's one of the best versions of Slider, too.
Yeah.
This is a PSA. Listen to the Mario and Sonic 2014 version of Slider. Pretty goated. Moving on.
The boss, use fire. That's it.
And then, that's it, yep. You can either use the radiator or you can use the oven from the attic man. You can use both and they still won't one hit even if you use both. This guy has literally more dialogue than Bowser, dead serious, because he says like shiny shoe and like I'll see you next winter or something like that. Like, he literally has more dialogue than Bowser. The guy from Mario 64 who does this.
Every character who has a single text box has more dialogue than Bowser.
I don't even think Bowser hits you with the growl other than a sound clip.
I don't either. I think. Does he even do that? Because I know in the intro cutscene he doesn't make any sounds. Like there's no sound effects. It's just music.
Like he uses like 3D land sound bites. Moving on. We gotta speed up World 5. Shy Guy John. Oh my, sorry, I fucking hate this level so much. Also, I feel like this level might be like insensitive. Moving on. I don't know. There's something about it.
Whoa, hold on. It's not like they're appropriating a culture, it's their culture.
I don't know, man. I mean, whatever. It doesn't. All I'm saying is I don't think Spear Guys have ever appeared outside of Paper Mario modern games.
I don't think so either.
For a reason.
But it's their culture. They are the Shy Guys from the jungle.
Okay. I'm not
and it's
saying
only
this.
Mildly insensitive, not all the way.
I'm just saying, 2011, it was okay back then, you guys.
Shigeru Miyamoto didn't know any better.
Jungle Rapids.
Boring. Move on.
I literally agree. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, 5-3. Boring. I wanted to move on, but I missed the secret exit, so I had to do it again.
This level is required to be played twice for no reason. Hunter, this is the one with the big fish that eats you. Which will, by the way, sneak to the title screen because it's going to be
It was just like Evil God Corona, hold left to win.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, if you hold left, you just don't die. Which just, like, surely they would have removed that if they knew.
Well, they would have never found out. They would not get to that step.
And then, Chomp Ruins. So, the only thing notable about Chomp Ruins is that there's a part at the very end of this level with the Chain Chomp who's sleeping. And this is a hint. Because you go into the fight, you hit his post while he's sleeping to like free him, and then you go into a fight, and then he goes crazy, and then the level ends. And it's teaching you that when Chain Chomps are sleeping, you can hit their post.
Yeah, I didn't learn that, but anyways, we'll move on.
No, nobody learns that. It's some bullshit.
One more notable thing with this level. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. The wall guys from Mario 64.
Oh yeah,
they're back.
And Super Mario Galaxy 2.
But they were only in Galaxy 2 as a reference to 64. That doesn't count.
Actually. Okay, 5-5 fridge. Go get a fridge because you sure don't have one on you.
Yeah, so fun fact, I actually skipped to World 5 before doing World 4 because I knew I would like World 4 more than World 5, so I wanted to do it first, and then I found out I needed a fridge, so then I did World 4.
Yeah, I mean, this level is just a bunch of paperization and nothing else.
The only note I have for this level is fridge installed.
Like, you think they're gonna do something with like you freeze over the very start of the level and then it's back to being lava for the rest of like the 4/5 that remain? Like, what was that? Why did we even bother with that? And then 5-6 Rumble Volcano, which very original.
Copyrighted.
Cursey Gets Eaten, which is awesome, by P.D. Piranha, who is inexplicably in this game.
But who I think should be in more games.
I agree, but why?
Why is he in the lava level?
His
His ass is a plant.
I'm upset by it. Okay, this level's long, it's boring, don't worry about it. But the main... I mean, first of all, there's a shop, and there's not a shop at the beginning of this level, or the end, it's in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not an accessible shortcut to it. One of my favorite details, actually, in this entire level, is that there's a pipe that you can enter to get closer to the shop in the level. But the pipe is beyond the elevator block that goes up and down, and if you step in the elevator, you go to the very top of the level and you can't go back. So, literally, the shortcut pipe is straight up inaccessible because it's past a thing you can't avoid stepping. Don't worry about it.
That's pretty
The
funny.
shaman's level, it is really funny, but like, how the hell did this happen?
Another mechanic that would be better in a game that was better. Enemies healing when they're asleep. That could be cool if only it mattered.
It heals 1 HP. Status effects are in this game, but they're like not. Because they're all RNG based. And mostly don't matter. So there's a chain chomp, and he's on a post, and we have to get close to him. He bites you, and you have to hit him with a ball hammer, which you may not have, although they are in this level, to put him to sleep. And then you have to run from the fight, which, mind you, in every other situation in the entire game, either won't work, kill the enemy, which it just happens not to in this case. And the chain chomp stays asleep, and then you hit its post, and then you fight it, and then you take effectively a mandatory 10 damage because he does attack. And the entire puzzle is just the least it's just, I think it's the puzzle in the game that you can understand the least without Google, honestly. Like, what is that?
Yeah, I think that's probably the worst one.
Because, like, it's just straight up not. It's like if someone told me to do that, I would be, you're literally wrong, shut up.
No one would design a game that's stupid.
That's like unlock Waluigi and Mario 64 DS bullshit. And then PD Piranha is literally the only boss in the game that you just straight up, there's not a thing sticker, you just punch him.
I mean, he does kind of have a one solution. It's just infinite jump his stomach.
World 6. Unless you have anything else to say. Anyone?
Nope.
Hunter didn't think so, right?
No. I didn't like it.
World 6.
Alright, World 6. The Bowser's Castle reveal, lame as fuck.
Everyone knew, bro. There's a pointless level for 5/6 of the game, 9/10 of the game, probably. And it is very, whatever. Who cares?
The music that plays when it's revealed is so lame. Like, reference.
Guys. You guys.
Go on.
You guys. We gotta go back to Wiggler's house.
Return.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reasons.
I think this is one of 2 games that Flutter is in. Why?
Wait, Flutter's in Mario Party Island 4.
Sorry, one of 3 games.
I don't know why I know that. Wait, I think Flutter's also in like Mario Party 10.
4 games.
I have no opinion. You go to Wiggler, it's like comical, the fact that you go back to Wiggler again. But it doesn't matter. You hit Bowser Jr.'s airship.
Wait, to be fair, at least that puzzle makes sense. Like, at this point, they've conditioned you to go back to Wiggler. I was going back to Wiggler after every level.
PTSD. Okay, Bowser Jr.'s Flotilla, I honestly think one of the better in the game.
Turning the bonsai build back at Bowser Jr., very funny prank.
Not the most logical decision, but it worked.
No, you don't get it. It's just a prank, bro.
I think this has some of the most competent level design, which is, mind you, not.
It's like 3 rooms. It's like 3 rooms.
I know, but hear me out. It introduces the tail mechanic with these new stickers, and you're gonna pick them up because they're new. And then they're required for the boss, and it teaches you, like, through the enemies you fight, pretty much all of them require you using the tail sticker. And then you use it on the boss, and it's like intuitive. Here's the problem. The tail sticker isn't very good, so by the time you realize what it does, you probably won't want to carry like 10 of them. 2, you're not gonna fight the enemies, because by now you've definitely learned that you can just run from them. So, if you were playing the game the way the developers intended, I actually think it's fine. This level's good, actually. But, like, for Sticker Star standards.
Yeah, I have a big issue with this level. So,
okay.
I have a saying. So here's the thing. The sticker, the tail sticker is basically a parry, right? And I have a saying. A parry automatically makes any game better. And believe it or not, this isn't a backhanded compliment. I like it when Paper Mario games have a parry as an option. The issue is, in 1000 Year Door, that comes pre-packed with your entire moveset, and you can use it throughout the entire game. In this game, they give it to you in the penultimate level and force you to use it against the second to last boss. It is a mandatory option to defeating it. This feels like a tutorial boss in a 1000 Year Door sequel that requires you to use the parry.
The thing about the tail is that in the context of its level, it's good, and then as soon as you take it outside, it's a fucking disaster. Because it's only useful, really, in that final level, or 2 levels, and it is required for the next one, and you're not gonna have enough.
You can't just introduce what should be a crucial game mechanic 14 hours in.
Have you considered, you're talking about logical design, consider the next thing that happens in this game. It's another mechanic fight, but this time, for me, it ended in 2 turns. My notes say, mechanic, but it ends in 2 turns. This is next level stuff, and that is an earnest compliment, because I really do believe nobody has ever stooped this low.
Okay, on that note, I don't remember if the first Kamek fight did this. I beat the first Kamek fight in 2 turns. Or 1. I beat it really quickly. It was a really easy fight. The second one took me a lot longer. I forgot about this. Kamek will just delete your stickers.
Yo, why? Like, and you can delete expensive shit, and mind you, we're on the final boss, and you probably prepped.
So actually, in preparation for this fight, I bought a bunch of normal boot stickers. Just a bunch of, like 2 full pages of boot stickers.
Me too.
Because I knew this was going to happen. This does come back.
Funny.
This does come back to bite me a little bit. But at a certain point, it's so hard to rationalize how this game got made. Like, it's a bit late to be saying this, but
it's never too late.
it's not even like it's so quirky. You know, this is my comfort game. It's so silly. It's just the worst design I've ever seen.
After Kamek dies, by the way. Eviscerated. And then after this, the final level is literally just stolen from that one level from Galaxy 2 with the carpet. And then it ends. And then the final boss.
Okay, Bowser's animations. I like it. I prefer this Bowser's animation sprite to even like 1000 Year Door and Paper Mario 64. I think this is.
I like when he does this pose.
That's a good pose. I like that pose.
Yeah.
But my main compliment with it is that he's layered. Like, it's not just one flat piece of paper, which is the thing I don't like about Color Splash and Origami King, because they just have no depth.
He's thick with cardboard.
He is thick with cardboard, and that's what the 1000 Year Door remake is doing. Hopefully, it looks like it's doing that. So
yeah.
Good. Petey Piranha talks more than Bowser.
Yep. Yeah, I wrote Bowser doesn't talk, which is insane considering the past entire series in all caps. Like,
even not even Paper Mario games, dude.
Like, he talked from Color Splash.
Dude's always got something to say.
For real, I don't understand it. Okay, I died twice on this boss because I couldn't figure out when to use the scissors and the womp, or the womp. I don't care. Let's talk about what's required for this fight.
Okay.
Required. First phase, there are 6 phases.
11:30.
I know. I'm gonna have to. You need tape or staples to shut vents, which is shit. They're turning off the lights.
Yeah, talking on a sticker star on a street bench.
All right, you might notice. You might notice the formatting is messed up. That's because Wes got kicked out of where it was recording from.
I went overtime by 30 minutes and they shut down the building.
Well, it's just me now.
if it wasn't the last recording, there's a very real risk of me getting banned. Honestly.
All right, well let's wrap this up.
Okay, yeah, where were we? What's required for the Bowser fight? Tell me that first.
Oh, I don't remember. I didn't write it down. I looked up a tutorial.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna do it multiple times. Are you kidding me? But I will
So-
know. Oh, you can go. You can go if you want.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, seeing as I am now homeless, I don't have any easy way to look at my notes. But from what I remember, phase 1, you need tape or stapler, neither of which are
You
mandatory
remembered
items.
all
So
your figures that you set up, right?
yeah, I did. Thank you for being concerned about my lobotomy. So you need tape or stapler for the first phase. Next phase, I think it's the Womp. You need scissors and a bot hammer. Next phase is the lava bubbles. You need, or you don't need it, but you basically need either an ice
fridge.
and or a fan.
Oh right. Yeah.
And then you need the tail for the chomp phase. And then if you have the boom box, the final phase is a cakewalk. I mean, it is either way. So that is like, what, 7 things? Like,
Yeah, and my favorite part about this boss is he heals after every phase. And he has like this damage sponge ass HP. It's at like 600. And the way I personally would have done it is each phase is 100 HP, because every time you take 50 HP from him, like a little bar gets knocked off his health. And it's like, oh, that makes sense. And so each bar is 100 HP, and you knock a bar off, and then he heals like to the full bar. So let's say on the first phase you deal 150 damage, he's at 450, he heals up to 500. They don't do that like at all. He just ignores the bars and heals past them.
This fight is honestly a candidate for the worst final boss I've ever seen. Because you literally...
Oh, it's not a candidate. It straight up is.
Okay, I thought you were going to challenge me.
No. This should be ranked as the #1 hardest boss fight of all time. If you do it without a guide. If you do it without a guide,
Good luck.
you gotta go to that thing like 20 goddamn times just to know what you're supposed to.
Okay, I am pretty sure this is I probably like one of the few games where you can't jump on Bowser.
Yeah.
Even though, in the very final phase, the arrow is very clearly pointing at his snoot and not his crown.
Yes, I know. I know. I had that problem. I used like a triple battle spinner on that. Oh my god.
And my favorite part was, you know how I said I stocked up on normal boot stickers? I ran out of stickers and had to keep using the normal boot ones until I kept damaging myself and got hammers from the game having pity on me. And I was not gonna refight the boss, that's for damn sure. To any of you sticker star defenders, I don't know if there are any of you left, you're a dying breed, but literally look at this shit. I am completely out of stickers. I cannot hurt him. Now thankfully, the game gives you stickers whenever you take damage. But that shouldn't be a mechanic in the first place. Why do I have to wait for the game to give me handouts in order to hit him? I should just have a default attack or something. God, it's so stupid. I hate this fucking game.
So, as one last just absolute atrocity, the game tries to make you feel bad for Kirsty, which is like genuinely the funniest joke in the entire game. Like, genuine laugh out loud hilarious.
I want a sticker star remake. but not one to one. Take it and like make it good.
That's called Color Splash. Like that, and even that, it's
need
not
to
good.
replay Color Splash.
It's not terrible. It's like acceptable.
It's enjoyable, but it is still like such a far level below what a video game should be.
It shouldn't cost money. Yeah, I don't know, man. The fact that this game tries to have a weight at the end is offensive.
What you're saying? This game made me feel more emotions than any game I've ever played before. I'll say that.
True. the real villain is Shigeru Miyamoto. Actually, Miyamoto was on our side. The villain was whoever the fuck is responsible for this.
I'm blaming Tanabe. He can't interpret Miyamoto very well. He didn't know what he meant. Miyamoto started talking about some trees and shit. He was like, I know what to do.
Mario's head should be a sticker. Like, what the fuck is this game? The fact that Sticker Star, you know, if nothing else, the note that it ends on is so appropriate. It ends with 7 required impossible to know things and a shitty fake story moment, followed by no Bowser dialogue.
Another thing I kind of want to talk about is it deeply upsets me that Paper Mario has lost the plot on what the art style is meant to represent. Because everything revolves around paper now, and I get that's kind of a stupid complaint, but in my mind, the first couple Paper Mario games were just a completely normal Mario story told through like a diorama art style.
Wait. Adam, did you just say Mario story? Did you just say Mario story?
Mario doesn't need a story.
The name of the game in Japan, which didn't have paper in the name of the game?
What?
Yep.
That's ridiculous. I could have swore everything revolved around paper and it was all, haha, you can paint paper, and did you know stickers exist and origami? Please.
I just want to know, I'm standing next to a parking garage shouting about Paper Mario.
The way the Paper Mario development process should go is they come up with a concept for the game without even bringing up paper, and then just make the paper the art style. It's that simple.
That's kind of like the Thousand Year Door remake. I mean, do that.
Yeah. And you know what?
I don't know, man.
You know what? Let Bowser touch the sticker comment again at the very end. Let him do it. Maybe if he'll wish to talk, maybe that's what he'll wish for. He'll wish to have dialogue again.
He got it eventually, but he was never to where he was. I don't know, man. I don't want to. I want to be away from this game. I came back to it thinking that it might not have been as bad as the internet told me after I enjoyed it when I was little, and I discovered that it was somehow worse.
I never want to play this video game ever again. And I'm happy I have this video documenting it now, so if I ever have the urge to play it again, I can just rewatch this.
10 years from now, you're going to get told this was a good game, and you can fight the gaslighting by watching our 2-hour rant about Sticker Star.
I won't even have to replay it. I can just watch this.
You can relive the experience.
All right. I'm done talking. Yeah, I'm done talking about this dog shit game. Out of 10, what's everyone giving it? I'm giving it a 1.
1.
4.
Wrong.
Your ass is generous.
Listen. If you're a kid and you have an appreciation for big band jazz music and paper aesthetics and the Nintendo 3DS's 3D functionality, and you really like flip-flops, this shit is passable. Like, it's playable. You can finish it. If you're a kid, you can probably... If you only just like Nintendo Mario games, you could probably enjoy this.
Well, I'm sure that one person really likes this game, but I'm not that one person.
Listen, Adam, me and you both enjoyed it when we were little.
I did enjoy it. That's because I didn't know what the fuck a video game was.
Okay, I will be honest. This is the worst experience I've ever had playing a video game. So it's probably a 1 out of 10. But still. Wait, no, I did play Desert Bus, but that's a 0 out of 10.
To be fair, we made our own fun out of Desert Bus. I don't think we could make fun out of Sticker Star.
No.
Can we spin the wheel? I wanna move on. All right, welcome to Spin the Wheel. I'm going for Duke Nukem Forever because I haven't played that yet.
That's not a reason to play Duke Nukem Forever.
That's always a good reason to play Duke Nukem Forever. I don't think I spelled Nukem right, but whatever.
I can't read it.
I saw a video of Moist Critical playing it, and it seemed pretty fun. Might as well give it a go.
You can pick up poopy in this game. Spoiler alert, we'll get there. Hunter, what's your pick?
I'm going with Fez.
Fez, what is that? I have never heard of that game.
It's a game made by someone who's absolutely insufferable.
His name is Phil Fish. My pick is Super Hot, Mind Control, Delete. We have picked these 3 most different games ever created.
Yeah, we talked about that one. I've been wanting to play that for a while. I got that on the Quest 2. Or I got the first one on the Quest 2.
Yeah.
And,
VR.
Yeah. It's time to spin the... Wait, are we doing a weekly game? I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. Hold on. It was,
Hang on, let me check the
It was
document.
Sonic Dash Adventure. Or no, it was Sonic Colors with the
Right, it was Colors DS. It was Colors DS. So in the middle of next month's episode, which will be uploaded on January, February, March, April, May 1st.
Boom.
In the middle of the May 1st episode, we'll talk about Sonic Colors DS, and then we're gonna be playing this game that's about to pop up right now. It's Fez. Hunter, you got your way. For the first time, Hunter got his game.
5.
Better than Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing a game that doesn't suck ass for 20 hours.
Anything's an upgrade from Sticker Star.